And so it appears that the Shulker stuff is working now. Bedrock beta preview 18/30/2021 out now. Hey there guys, Skippy here from Skippy6 Gaming, guys, coming to you from, yes, this is my beta update kind of world, and yeah, we are slowly getting everything ready for the more Warden-esque deep dark stuff. That said, I have moved all of my skulks and things like that down here so that when that update part comes, I can move the platform there as well. Guys, if you enjoy this sort of content, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel where we do updates and things like that. And yeah, deep dark stuff is here now. Not the full deep dark like Java, but yeah, so some of these things don't actually work yet, like this redstone signal but what does work is this guy here. So this guy here is now going to send out a signal to the catalyst. I believe that's what that's called, the shrieker. So the SCULK sensor will send to the SCULK shrieker once things move around it. And there you go. So that works now. Remember before, I would say, guys, these are SCULKs and they don't work for nothing. I think, yeah, you can see them right here. This is where I did that. But now they work, but there's no, yeah, so now these guys all work properly. Again, they're also going to take it and make it so it's a little easier or less easy for the Warden to get spawned, because in Java, they're spawning that thing. I noticed lately that JMegaSpud hasn't been putting out the changelog. So, yeah, David Freeze, Beta Banana Man, is the one who linked this up yesterday. Here's the changelog right here, link in the description as well, and a video that teaches you how to join the beta if you don't already know. So, experimental features, implemented shrieker tweaks in preparation for the Warden, which will be added at a later date. The shrieker now listens to the sensor's tendril clicking. So those are like the fins. The threat level which causes the Warden to spawn in the future now decreases over time. So I think that basically your first Warden is going to be easy to get, and then it's just going to get harder and harder to get a Warden, I guess, so that they stop like mob farms or things like that. Stability and performance changes, fixed several crashes that could occur during gameplay. Fixed possible crashes on Android when suspending or resuming the app. Gameplay changes. Vertical field of view is no longer halved in horizontal split screens, making items as book and quill easier to view when playing split screen. Tweaks surrounding terrain for villages during world generation. TNT no longer disappears when ignited, with the TNT explodes game rule disabled and the fire spreads game rule enabled. Gravity affected blocks now fall on top snow when placed above it instead of hovering over it. So super cool. These are the parity changes that we are having. Pretty big one here. Players flying in creative are no longer pushed by liquid current. Farmer villagers can now use bone meal on crops and can turn excess seeds into bone meal at their composter. So assuming they do all of this on their own, then that's pretty cool, because they're going to just permanently have farms in their villages then. Yeah. Protection enchantment now properly works on most damage types. Fixed a desync issue that could sometimes cause health to regenerate only visually. Landing on a stalagmite is now properly considered fall damage. Fixed some issues where damage in vulnerability wasn't properly being applied. Fixed an issue where the protection enchantments mitigated too much damage. This has been changed to match Java Edition. Absorption hearts no longer stay yellow while under the wither effect. Added armor toughness. That's a big one from Java. Diamond armor and netherite armor now have a toughness value of 2 and 3 respectively. Tweaked armor reduction calculation to account for toughness. Netherite armor will now reduce more damage than diamond armor. Lowered the amount of knockback resistance granted by the netherite armor. Punching deals less damage now to better match the Java Edition. I just had to fix my mic there. Graphical changes. Fixed a bug in the glow squids texture where the glow map in the alpha channel was incorrect, causing patches of non-glowing textures to be seen. Fixed the crosshair disappearing when outline selection or blocks is disabled. Players that are on fire now render in front of the player on the inventory screen, regardless of in-game camera perspective. Fixed a highlight effect on leather armor appearing on paper dolls. Item fixes. Bucket of tropical fish no longer displays incorrect name after catching a fish. Marketplace changes. The skin equipped warning prompt now once again appears when equipping a skin from a product range. Mob changes. The Ravager now targets and attacks the wandering villager. Mobs spawned from a dispenser are now persistent. Shulkers no longer like to occupy the same block as another shulker. They prioritize attaching to neighboring block faces before teleporting away, and they now stay attached to the current attached block face if it is valid, instead of switching to an upright position. Fixed text in certain languages not being correctly rendered in new create world screen. Cartographers now always unlock Woodland Explorer map trade. So that's a deep trade. Actually, it's far down there, I think, or not right away. It's not right away, but it wasn't unlocking before. And right here, guys, technical updates like usual. You guys know I don't go over them. Read them if you want. Hit the pause button, and that's it. So look at my screen. Look at my weird arm. Look what's in my hand. Doesn't that look weird? It shakes weird, doesn't it? Super weird. Super weird. I wonder if the tendrils do that. They move differently though, but these ones are just kind of glitched out. I don't know if that's normal. I would say that's not normal. Weird. Okay, so the big one here is there's only like 3 or 4 big ones to this. So the skulks now doing what they do, which I went over with you already. Basically, they now work and pick up that there's something around. Triggers this guy. Bang. In addition to that, they made it tougher so that when the warden does come out, you won't be popping them off all over the joint. And yeah, so this one here is the water. Where did I put it? So in Java Edition, I think this is a parity thing. In Java Edition, when you're flying, if they used to, I guess up until now, but it would push me. Even though I was in creative on flying, this water would push me back. And now you can fly creative in water streams. Anything that would push you, it's not going to push you anymore. So there you go. Easy enough. And village terrain. So you're not going to see it here because this was generated before that when I put this here. But basically, they're really going to take a step and look at, or not look at, they think that they fixed it a little bit. It's just the terrain around villages. They're kind of weird, going up hills, on mountains, in pits, in gullies. I don't know, super weird stuff. You see lots of videos with, what was that? Oh my god, I heard like I don't know. And yeah, so they're going to make sure villages spawn a little nicer looking. And yeah, other than that, we pretty much got that stuff. Good parity changes. We'll see the warden soon. I think Bedrock has a little bit more work to do before we see it. And sorry I missed the video yesterday, guys. I'm still kind of sick if you can't tell. But I'm getting a lot better. So awesome. Catch you on the next one.